inspired and just have a great time geeking out over car washing. And so we're going to do that this week. We're going to kick this off. Everybody, this is all live. So we are live streaming right now on Facebook and YouTube. Facebook viewers, good to see you guys. I know Tom Tilford is somewhere actually here in the house. Tom, I don't know if you're actually in here, but you're probably watching the live stream because you watch every week. We're going to kick off our program for you with a special state of the industry, right? So we do this normally every year in a big ballroom and a big setup, and it's a whole program with a keynote. We switched it up a little bit this year, so we're going to bring you 3 different segments of the state of the industry. And to kick it off today, we've got Ken Littrell, ICA's board president, and Eric Wolf, ICA CEO. They're going to take you through the next several minutes. So welcome to our next speakers.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Ken, I thought we might never get here.
It's good to be here. I said, you know, the little kid that gets in the car to go on vacation and he starts asking his dad immediately, you know, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And so when we canceled our show in San Antonio, and that has been a year and a half ago.
It has been 915 days from when we closed the show in Nashville to today.
Yes, and immediately we kind of think, well, when can we have a show? Can we have a show yet? Can we have a show yet? And you know, these shows, they're such a long lead time. You're talking about probably at least 6 months in advance. And so we were in the situation where we were trying to guess, you know, what's COVID going to be like, and when is it going to be safe to have a show? And so I commend our staff and all the due diligence that they did trying to track this and come up with the best time. So, you know, this is not a week that we would normally pick out to have the car wash show, but this is the one that was available. We felt that things would be safe, and we couldn't wait to bring everybody together.
And in, 25 minutes, this floor behind us is going to open up. And finally, for those of you not scoring from home, so Ken is our board chairman. This is his second year, but his first time at a trade show as the president. So thankfully, we can get you onto this floor in 25 minutes to enjoy things.
Good. Excited.
Yeah. We've got, Ken, to give you the update as of this morning. So,
okay.
And for all the folks who are here, right now, we look to be trending right around 7,000, I think, already checked in on our attendance. That's the number I think we're about this morning. We've got about 400 exhibiting companies behind us here, and about a quarter of those are new. They have not been at the show before. So there's been a lot of energy and focus and conversation around all this consolidation stuff and these big platforms that are happening in the industry. And we'll talk more about those tomorrow, what's going on in the industry. But also, no surprise, with all the energy and things that are happening, the new companies that are showing up, technology companies and services like marketing and human resources and all these things that now are sort of prerequisites for running a modern car wash are on this floor, and we're excited to share them with people.
So how much floor space do we occupy here?
Well, let's see. I think we came in around we're approaching 140,000 square feet. So we're down from our biggest show ever was 2019, and then the world decided to humble us. And so we took a little pause. So we knew that both with the timing of this show. We've got the holiday, we've got the Nashville show in 5.5 months. We expected a little bit to not set any records, but we've still retained all of the companies. We just lost a little bit of floor space compared to the last show.
So we say lost some floor space. We're at 140,000 square feet. If memory serves me correctly, a football field, including end zones, is just under 60,000 square feet. So this is over 2 football fields of space. And so I hope everyone brought comfortable shoes to wear. There'll be a lot of hiking going on, but this is exciting to be back together.
I had no idea about the square footage of a football field.
Well, that's the only thing I can relate
Ken.
to. That's the only thing I can relate to.
Nice.
140,000. How big is that? So,
right. What are you looking forward over the next few days to doing? And we want to talk about the schedule a little bit and what folks can expect the next 3 days and what you'll be doing.
You know, I've been coming to these, obviously, for a lot of years. And I always say I go back with at least one good idea that pays for the trip. if I can implement one great idea. So I think my only advice would be for everyone to be looking for that nugget. Look at that nugget that I can take back that will enhance my business. So I always enjoy the educational sessions they have. It's interesting because at the educational sessions, they generally are bringing in people that are experts in an area, but not necessarily directly related to the car wash industry. So one year they brought in a gentleman I know, and he was speaking about pricing modules and how you put together pricing modules. And he didn't come from the car wash industry, he was in academia actually. But the scenarios and the structure for doing that was very applicable to what we're doing in the car wash. So I really enjoy the speakers that we have there. And then I'm excited about this format of having the pitch that we're having right on down a little bit further, where our vendors are able to come in and do presentations. So it's a setup similar to this, but they'll be operating all during the day. And then, of course, the Car Wash Magazine Live, will be operating throughout the day with speakers and people coming in, people of interest. John Lai, I think, is speaking this afternoon with.
Yeah, I've got him at 3 o'clock in your chair. Yeah.
3 o'clock right here. So, everybody saw when Mr. went public, and so he's just going to be talking a little bit about how the growth took place in his industry with his company, how they were able to go able to go public. So that'll be interesting to sit in and listen to. So, we've got all this floor space to walk around. People, if you need a little break, to drop in either here or down at Pitch, get off your feet for a few seconds and hear some good information.
Well, it's going to be a full few days, I know for you in particular, and for everyone who's not been for a while at one of these. So as Ken said, if you're getting oriented, for those of you who are physically here, not at home on the Facebook, but on this wall is kind of everything you need from a content perspective. We're going to broadcast out of this room. We're going to have live presentations from suppliers down the way in the Pitch Theater. And then, of course, the education sessions, premium and vendor partners will be upstairs largely in the N200s, 50s, 60s sort of numbered ranged rooms. And then behind us, the show floor today goes until 6 p.m. We'll open it. Now we're at 20 minutes until open. You got some kind of big horn or something? What are we going to do for you to kick off the floor opening?
Going way, way, way back to the show that we had in Chicago. Outside of Chicago, we had a marching band. That marched through the showroom floor when we opened that time. I don't know how many of you all were there for that show. That was pretty dramatic. That's a real ribbon-cutting ceremony when you bring the marching band in. But
we figured after 3 years, we're just happy to open any door. So band or no band. But
exactly.
But Ken, thanks. I want to thank you, by the way, personally, that we have not had a situation like this from a board perspective, of course, like all of us, and for you to serve 2 terms as the ICA president and kind of get us through and get us to this day, and your leadership through that was really, really important to our organization. So thanks so much.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you.
All right. And with that, I think Mr. Handsome is going to come back up on and get us going for the rest of the day. Matt?
I'm coming. Gosh, you guys. All right, so here's the deal. Thank you so much for giving us that kickoff. I think this is a really important show, and I cannot tell you all how excited I am to be out of my basement. I normally live stream from my basement for 80 weeks straight. I didn't get a stream from anywhere else, but we are doing it here with you all today, and I'm super excited about that. I'm going to take a minute, and I'm going to go check out what's going on in the kind of area over here. We're going to mill around. We're going to talk to some folks. If you guys want to talk to me, I got some swag. You only get the swag if you answer a question for me live out there. So come visit with me for a minute. And then we're going to come back to this room in about 20 minutes, and we're going to do a marketing panel for you about customer reviews. So everybody's favorite topic. Come back and join us. We've got 3 great panelists from operators across the country. We're going to do that for you. And then until we get to that point, I always say this, keep it clean. All right, find me out there if you want some swag.
Keep it clean.
3, 2, 1. The business just really appealed to me. Once I actually got into it, obviously I didn't think that was gonna be my forever job, but once I got into it, just interacting with customers, and then the fast pace. It's always changing, it's always different, and you learn every day. So it just really appealed to me, and I grew to, love it.
I'm doing my thing. Yeah, you can do it too. Just make the change. I like that.
So it's more than just getting your car clean and quick. It is about how do you interact? How do you feel about going to whatever the car wash may be? If everybody's on the same level playing field with the equipment and the chemicals, and it's maintained properly, and the place is clean, how are you going to be different? It is a very different today than it's ever been. Just getting a car clean and quick isn't enough anymore.
And just the camaraderie and the closeness and the willingness of people to share information was just intriguing to me. It was amazing that people would actually, in the same industry, would share stuff like that. In corporate life, we never did that.
Hey everybody, we are live. We are standing out here on the show floor as we just get ready to kind of walk in. It's not open just yet. I found somebody who's actually willing to talk to me, so that's super exciting. I have not done this for a long time, friends. We've been broadcasting from our basement, doing all these things. But standing with me now is Jasmine. Jasmine, hello.
Hello.
So tell me what company you're with.
I'm with Q Car Wash. We're from Dallas-Fort Worth.
Perfect. And how many locations are you guys?
We just opened our 9th.
9th. Oh my gosh. Okay. So tell me a little bit about what it's like for you to come to this event.
Well, it's quite overwhelming. There's a lot going on, but I'm very excited. There's a lot to see and a lot to learn. I'm pretty new in the industry, so I'm just excited about that.
Okay, so how new?
1 year.
1 year. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is a super fun thing to be able to see. Like, is there any one thing that you're most excited for when you get out on the show floor?
Watching my boss buy a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. This is such a good show for upgrading
No, he
equipment,
does. He really invests in
upgrading your
car
chemistry.
washes.
Yeah, it's super awesome.
Yeah, excited.
What was it about car washing that drew you in?
Wow, that's really tough. Just because it's so new and it's growing and there's nothing really solid for development. That's what I enjoy. I actually do training. So
perfect.
It's brand new and just seeing how it goes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, it is a fantastic time to be in this industry because we're growing super fast. Everybody knows it. We're super busy here. Okay, so I got 5 things of swag that you can choose from. We have a nice branded ICA hat, which is lovely. Well, I don't know. Hang on. This one lights up. This one has a light in it, or there's like a toiletry bag. Oh, yeah, that's the best one. Yeah, go ahead. That's for you. Excellent. Thank you so much for talking to me. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Well, we're going to stand here for a minute. We're going to kind of check around. We're going to see if we can get another couple of folks to give some swag away to and see what they're doing here at the show. If you can kind of see, we're getting busy. Everybody's starting to come in. They're coming in from the show floor, or the education sessions coming from up the way here in the convention center. A lot of great content for you there. We're going to try our best to emulate some of that for you in the Car Wash Magazine Live studio and in the live stream as we kind of go live throughout this event. If you're just tuning in, my name is Matt DeWolf. I'm the editor-in-chief of Car Wash Magazine and your host on this program. So we're going to be doing this for 3 days. We've got close to 7,000 people at the last check planned to be here in Las Vegas for the Car Wash Show 2021. That's amazing. Like, that's amazing. Because guess what? It's been 2 years. 2 years since we've all gathered and gotten to hang out with our friends, shake hands, and give hugs, and just geek out generally on car washing. So there's a lot of new companies on the exhibit floor. There's a lot going on. So I'm looking forward to being able to do this with you all today. Let's see if we can find somebody. Who wants to talk to me? Do you guys want to talk? Awesome. See, perfect. Okay, so come with me over here. Let's come back to the frame. So yeah, we got you. Okay. So tell me, what's your name?
I'm John.
John, where are you from?
Marysville, Ohio.
Marysville, Ohio. And what's your company? Let's see.
We're Suds Brothers
Suds
Car Wash.
Brothers. I love it. So what's your role with the company?
We own it together.
Together, partners.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we're brothers.
Perfect. So, you are the Suds Brothers. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me, how long have you guys been in the business?
1 year.
1 year. So that's perfect. So Jasmine, I just talked to Jasmine. She's 1 year in. You guys are 1 year in. Why car washing?
It fit well with our other businesses.
Well, okay, so tell me more. What else are you in?
All kinds of property stuff.
Property
Apartments,
stuff, okay.
development. Yeah.
Okay, so how's the first year gone?
It's been awesome.
And what are you going to do at the show?
We're going to figure out how to expand.
Nice. Everybody wants to grow right now. It's super exciting. Is there one thing on the show floor that you all are looking for that you really want to make sure you see?
We really want to see the guys at the Wash World booth and meet them in person after talking to them on the phone so much.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, because for a year, you haven't seen them.
That's right.
Yeah, that's perfect. So are you guys doing the premium education or no?
No, we're not.
Not this year. Okay, that's perfect. So you guys are going to hang out with me then here in this booth.
That's right.
And we're going to do lots of fun stuff. We're going to talk about customer reviews, marketing. We're going to talk talent management, hiring and firing. But we aren't firing anybody. We're hiring.
Just the two of us.
Yeah, just you guys. You guys That's perfect. Well, thanks for stopping and talking to me. I got 4 items left here. I got a hat with a light in it, ICA branded. I got a hat that's white and blue, and I got a one of these things.
I don't know. About a hat.
The hat's handy. I love that. I love a good headlamp. What do you?
Yeah, I'll take a white hat.
Perfect. Go
Thank
for
you.
it. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Hey, enjoy the show. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of swag left for this very moment. I'm going to see if I can find somebody else that wants in on the swag game. We got some nice stuff. I mean, this hat, I don't know about you, but I love a good headlamp. Let's come back. Let's see what we can find. Who wants to talk? Let's play a fun game. How you guys doing over here? Connor, how are you?
Doing good.
Would you want to talk to me, answer a couple questions for swag?
Sure.
Awesome. Okay, so let's step this way just a little bit. Handy. All right. So Connor, tell me where are you from?
Pensacola, Florida.
Pensacola, Florida. Awesome. So my name's Matt. I run Car Wash Magazine Live and do the publication that we send out every quarter to members of the ICA. We're here this week. We're covering the show. I want to know, what are you excited for this show?
The first time I came to the show, we didn't have a location yet, and we're about to open our second location. So now I'll kind of know what we're coming to look at and get to see what's new in the industry.
Yeah, so talk to me a little bit about that. Like the first time you came to the show and you were looking at everything out here, right? And it's crazy. What was that experience like for your first time?
It was pretty cool to see how everything works, the different manufacturers and everything. You get to see everything working all together. Not a whole lot of knowledge when I first looked at it. Everything just looked shiny and cool. Yeah. So, but now this year, hopefully I can learn some new things.
Yeah, it was shiny, it was moving fast, it was lit up, it smelled great. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about the show floor is the smell. Now, maybe by Wednesday it doesn't smell quite as good, but it's a fun time. Is there something you are in the market for at this show?
Not at the moment. There's nothing that I could think of. It's just kind of seeing what's new.
Nice, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited to have you. I'm so glad that you're here at the show. What would you like to take home today? We've got a light headlamp stocking it or a toiletry bag.
I'll
The bag. I see. That's a good choice. That's a good choice. Yeah. Hey, have a great show. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
Love your show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nice to see you, Harry. How are you?
I'm the other half of this.
Yeah. Perfect. That's perfect. Perfect. Well, see, people do watch. People do watch. If you guys are watching at home, we've got Harry and Connor. They're going to the show. If you're not here at the show, we're going to give you everything that you need to feel like you got at least a little bit of a taste. Just a little bit of a taste. I've got one more hat. Anybody want a hat? Does anybody out here want a hat with the light in it? You seem like you want a hat. Come here. Come here. How are you? How are you? My name's Matt.
Ryan.
Ryan, nice to meet you. Okay, Ryan. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Brandon, Florida.
From Florida. So we got a couple Florida going on. Is this your first show?
No, this is my second show, and the last show I attended was the show a few years ago in Nashville.
Okay. Okay, nice. So you're like all of us. It's been a while. What are you most excited for being here today?
I'm most excited to walk around and check out some of the new innovations from the manufacturers.
Is there like one thing you're looking for, or like POS, or maybe you're looking at ceramic?
Ceramic is a good one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a game changer. What do you think if you're walking the show floor and someone stopped you and they said, "Hey, give me some really great advice about this business. What do I need to really be thinking about?" What would you tell them?
I would tell them, start do research. Definitely, start doing your research, because it's not a very easy business. So definitely start doing research.
Yeah, and there's a misnomer out there, right? That like, this is a business, you're going to turn it on, you're going to make a bunch of money, and you're going to walk away. It doesn't work like that. it doesn't work like that. Well, hey, thank you so much for talking to me. You get the hat.
Awesome.
I love the hat. It's got a light in it. For when you need to see things in Florida in the cold, I guess. Awesome. Hey, thank you very much. Have a great show. Hey, you guys watching at home, we're going to cut to video here in just a second, but we're going to be doing this throughout this event. We've got great programming coming up for you here in this Car Wash Magazine live studio. We're talking branding, talent management. We are talking operations with our friends over at Talk Car Wash. Fantastic panel from them coming your way for the next 2 days. And some great interviews. We're going to be talking to John Lai from Mr. Car Wash, John Roush from Car Wash, Express Wash Concepts, and it's going to be a fun show. So stay tuned, and like I say, keep it clean, friends.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Car Wash Show. We are in Las Vegas, and it has been, 2.5 years since we've seen each other, and we're so excited to host you here in Las Vegas. We've got so many new things to share, over 80-some new exhibitors on the trade show floor, 375 total exhibitors on the trade show floor, tons of pitch sessions for you to learn all of the new innovations and everything they want to share with you. We've got all kinds of education programming to take place, and on top of that, it's just a great time to connect and reconnect with friends. So we're so excited to host you. We're so excited you're here. Come on, let's go take a look at the show floor a little bit. All right, we've got Richard Bellinger with Motor City Washworks. Rich, how are you today?
Very good, Carrie.
What are you showing off this week?
One of our new products behind us is our belt conveyor, and we're very excited. We have a partnership with a German company named Minda, and they've been around a long time in the car wash industry in Europe, and we're bringing that technology from Germany here to the States. So we're excited about that. And we're launching some new control systems. We call it Cruise Control. It comes with a lot of software and a lot of control and some remote connectivity, and it's very cool. We'll be able to collect a lot of data, and hopefully it'll take us all the way to the point where we can do predictive analysis of wear parts and some of those kind of things. So a lot of control for operators.
Well, you have a beautiful booth, a beautiful setup. Everyone come see Motor City Washworks. They are almost done. We'll be show ready tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thanks. Thanks, Rich.
Thank you.
Hey, everyone. I'm here with Mac Ewing from Turtle Wax Pro. Mac, how are you today?
Hey, I'm great. It's awesome to be back here in person.
When's the last time you were in Las Vegas?
Oh, it must have been for the last ICA show, so that would have been 2018.
Yes, yes.
Good to be back.
Yes, we're excited to have you back. So tell us about what you're most excited for. What types of products are you sharing? All of the above, everything.
Yeah, we're so excited to be back here live at the ICA. There's a few things we're really excited about. I think first of all is just to see our friends, our customers, our partners in the industry. Second thing that we're really excited about is we're launching the titanium wash process. And it's our first Turtle Wax Pro wash process. 4 products designed to work together in synergy in a tunnel car wash environment. And so we have right behind us here, off screen, our TX4 titanium arch. And that's something that certainly we're very excited to talk to our customers about, new friends in the industry about it.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Mag.
mind going my way, cause that would be boring. Spent my last cent on cheese and champagne. What a wonderful morning. Never mind, she declined to the first date. It was only on my birthday. Never mind all the lines on the highway. Give me time to reflect a bit, cause I'm just having a good day. Having a good day. Having a real good morning. I'm just having a good day. Having a good day. Having a real good morning. Real good morning. Real good morning. I guess that things can only get better from here, but sometimes I wonder, I might have met the love of my life, but I lost a number. Never mind, she declined to the first date. I went to Vegas with a roommate. Never mind all the lines on the highway. I aim to misbehave, cause I'm just having a good day. Having a good day. Having a real good morning. I'm just having a good day. Having a good day. Having a real good morning. I'm just having a good time. Having a bad day, yeah. Oh,
Viviana, what's your joke?
What did the tomato say to the other tomato? Let's catch up sometime.
Everybody, welcome to this episode of Car Wash Magazine Live, not in my basement. I'm so excited, you have no idea. We upgraded a little bit. We are going to be talking today for those of you at home who I'm talking to here, and those of you in the audience who I'm talking to here. We're going to be talking about customer reviews, which is everybody's favorite thing and everybody's worst nightmare all in one breath. So we're going to do that. For those of you in the audience, if you have a question, we're going to try our best to save a little time for questions. So there's 2 microphones. If you want to queue up at the microphone, if you have a question, we'll try to field those. Otherwise, we've got some talking points for you. If you're on Facebook or YouTube and you're watching, you can put those in the comments below. It's much easier to point to where you need to put the comments when I'm not switching the show by myself. This is super exciting. All right, so look, we did an episode of this program, I don't know, early on, and we decided that Yelp sucks. But there are benefits, and we're going to talk about those a little bit. We're going to get into it. So we are joined today by 3 of our marketing experts. We've got Beth Martin from Express Wash Concepts, Jonathan Kierman from Superstar, and Sam Sousa from All American Express. Guys, welcome to the program. Great to be here. Yes. All right. There we go. I always give these guys grief because you're on a Zoom call, right? And there's no energy. You can't feed off of anything. So super excited to have you guys here. Let's talk reviews, shall we? Before we get into that, give us the 30-second version of the company you're with for everybody that's here and everybody at home. You guys don't have to talk to the cameras. You talk to me.
We can talk to you.
You can talk to me. And let's start right here with Beth.
I'll start. So I'm Beth Martin. I'm the VP of Marketing for Express Wash Concepts, and we have 48 plus locations in Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, under 5 car wash brands. So that's Moo Moo Express Car Wash, Flying Ace Express Car Wash, Green Clean Auto Wash, Clean Express Auto Wash, and Myers Auto Wash. And I got them all right. I've got 2 people that are in the front audience right here saying thumbs up.
That's the best kind of notes. You
right.
can look out and see them. That's perfect. Jonathan, how about you?
I'm Jonathan Kierman. I'm the Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Superstar Car Wash. We're headquartered in Phoenix. We have 35 plus locations, 7 in California, 28 in Arizona, and we're expanding into Colorado next year with a lot of great things to come.
Super exciting. Super exciting. Sam.
Sam Souza, managing partner of All American Express Car Wash in Chino. We've been open about 2.5 years. Currently have one location. In the process of working on our second location. Got a few more we're working on, so a little bit smaller than these two.
That's okay. In due time, we can all be that large, right? So here's the deal. We get lots of customer reviews, lots of things that we can't control. But we're going to talk about right now one of the best strategies, I think, and what these guys have told me anyway, in terms of how you can manage those to get in front of it, okay? So Beth, can you kind of kick us off with tell us a little bit about what you guys do to stay kind of in front of those online reviews.
Okay. Can I ask the audience a question first, though? How many of you are responding proactively to your customer reviews? So about half of us? Okay. Okay.
Not enough.
Not enough. And that's what we're going to talk about, I think, today is the importance of doing that, right? But customer reviews, it's one of the fastest, quickest, easiest ways that you can connect with your consumers. And a proactive stance would be when you're actually going out there and soliciting review feedback before your customers do that. Because how many of you see customer reviews come in and it's a 1 or a 2 or that 3-star review, right? Because they're upset about a wash experience that they had at the store. And that's probably something that you could have alleviated before they even had the chance to leave that review. So I would say be proactive, get out in front of it, and all will go well.
Jonathan, how about you?
Yeah, I would agree. About 3 years ago is when we started to be very purposeful about going out and asking for customer reviews, and I think that made all the difference in the world in terms of how customers are interacting with us, and we certainly saw it in our NPS scores and also in customer satisfaction.
Perfect. Sam, what about you? How do you get in front of it?
We respond to all the reviews. We use a sync from Slam, so all the reviews from Google and Yelp come on one platform. They got generated responses. You can save your responses. So it just helps you manage all the stuff. So it'll give you an alert when you get it in. You can respond right there through that platform, or you can go to the Google or Yelp page. But it's nice to have everything in one dashboard so you can take care of all the reviews and make sure you're getting back to the customers. And then if there's any negative reviews, we try to ask them how we can do better and change their mind and get them back, offer them a free car wash, and do what we need to do.
Yeah, so the thing with these is, right, if you're not getting in front of it, all you're going to get is the squeakiest wheel, right? So they're angry about the experience, they had a terrible time, and they want to tell everybody because they can get behind a keyboard and they can type, and they can just air all their grievances. If you take control of that experience, that's a different conversation, right? So if you can have a great event at your grand opening events, if you can really be mindful and intentional about the way that you're soliciting feedback and asking people to go online, review your wash, talk about the great things that they just experienced, then you're going to get ahead of those. And so then when those people come through and they maybe have an unfortunate experience at your wash, they're going to get buried, right? Because you've built a base, a foundation of hundreds of positive 5-star reviews instead of 500 1-star reviews of people who may or may not have actually gone to your wash. I mean, let's be honest. They're not always for your wash. Let's talk a little bit about what Sam was getting into, which is actually managing the process, right? Because a lot of us, we want to jump on it and we want to respond right away and get in there. But like everything else in this business, process really becomes key. And Sam, I think you guys do a really good job with building that out with what you guys are doing with Slam. Can you talk a little bit about just the management of the thing? And we'll come back down the line the same way we went down.
So with Slam, everything's set up. You have all your listings of your car wash and all your Google page, Facebook, and Yelp. So every review or recommendation you get comes on a dashboard. So you can log onto your computer or on your phone, and then you have everything all in one spot, whether it's from any platform that is. So it's kind of nice to manage it. You get an email, you get an alert right away, so you can get on there. Like I said, there's about 50 pre-generated responses. You can make your own, you can save them. So you can do a lot of that, make the templates and save them for different type of, we get a lot of them that are 5 stars with no comments. So we're kind of short, thank you for your review. Some of the longer ones, we have longer responses. I know, like Beth said, hers are pretty long-winded. She usually writes a paragraph in hers. We try to keep it short and simple.
And so the reason why Beth does the paragraph is that that's part of her process to help educate customers, right? Yes. Did I set that up right? Yes.
I am good with my words.
Yeah.
So if you're good with your words, then you should go with that, right? What we use, just to kind of piggyback off of Sam, is we have the Yext platform, okay? And it's an online review aggregated platform that you can sort. Okay, so if you're responding to them, I like to start with the 1 stars, right? Get the bad ones out of the way, because you're not going to kill my day, right? So start with the 1 stars, work your way up, and then you end on a high note with the 5-star reviews. So if you're to the point where your review strategy is becoming unmanageable, then I highly recommend you look into one of these platforms.
Remind us, what was the one that you used? Yext, Y-E-X-T. Okay.
Y-E-X-T.
Okay,
yes.
perfect. And Jonathan, you guys have a process too. Tell us.
A very personal approach to it, and so we have a customer service team as part of our group, and they respond on an individual basis to all of those. And I think that makes a big difference in terms of how our consumer reacts.
Is there something in that, in having that process that you found that has really made life easier? Like, is there one thing? Is it like having the templates, or is it having it set up so there's a delay in when you respond, or like to Beth's point, get the negative ones first? Is there one thing that's been really helpful that's like taken 90% of the stress away for you?
One of the things that we've just recently started doing is actually highlighting on our social channels positive customer reviews. And I do think that it's important for customers to hear what other customers are saying, because that's where the power in building your brand is.
Yeah, it's easy to get stuck, right? Like, you see all the negative ones and you're responding to those, and you forget that there are lots of people having really great wash experiences that you just aren't promoting, right? That's over here. That's the pile of things that I should be looking at. Those are the comments that you should be reading. But it makes a big difference at the end of the day. Sam, I know that you have been experimenting with TikTok. Does any of this stuff show up for you in what you guys do in the TikTok side of things?
Not really. TikTok's more fun. We got quite a bit of followers, but they're from all over the world. They're not really washing the car at the facility. We're just kind of having more fun making content with it. We do share some reviews on there. Recently, we started doing some videography on our social media. So we're getting some customer reviews on site. Tell us why you like the car wash membership. So those are getting ready to launch here next week. So the guys are here at the show filming too. So we're going to do some content here at the car wash, and just trying to mix it up a little bit.
That's super. So let's not go into TikTok. That's a whole different panel. That's a whole thing, and I'm not ready for that. But I want to talk a little bit about incentives, right? So we talked at the front of this about how do you get in front of it and how that's going to help you with your overall strategy. Talk a little bit about how you all are incenting customers to leave those positive reviews, or to leave a review in general, right? I mean, it's one thing to be like, hey, I'll give you $50 if you put a positive review, but it's got to be a little bit softer than that, right? It's like you got to incent them to give you a review. You hope that if they're on there, it's going to be positive. Beth, can you talk a little bit about that?
We do monthly contests on all of our social media pages, so we'll encourage people to leave a review, and then we'll choose one person each month and award them with a $100 gift card. We're in the process of kind of revamping the whole customer satisfaction survey process right now, and we're going to up the ante a little bit and do free washes for a year with that. So you definitely want to incent people within reason, right, to leave reviews. And a quick suggestion that I would recommend you might think about implementing is put together just a little business card sized review that's got your QR code on there that's going to take customers directly to the Google, My Business page to leave a review, and offer them some sort of incentive to do that.
Love that. How about you, Jonathan?
First went after this really proactively. We were offering a free wash if somebody gave us a review. But after evaluating that, we really felt like we wanted more genuine pieces around it. So the way we solicit them today is really through interaction with our teams. And so customer has a positive experience. We just verbally say, hey, if you had the great experience, why don't you talk about it? And we'd love for you to be able to go on one of our channels and do that.
Perfect. Sam, how about you down the end?
We're using the OpSpot platform. We're giving them free car washes. Once they show up to the wash and redeem their wash, they get another text 3 minutes later asking how their experience was. That way it's still fresh in their mind. Usually they're still at the car wash. It links it right to our Google My Business page, and we've generated over, I think, 250 5-star reviews. Not many people will give you a 1-star review when they just got a free car wash, but there is a small amount, that do. So you try to give them another one or get them back, but we use that. It's been a good driving force to create those reviews and driving new customers to the site. So we have marketing all over the city, getting our text code out there. Once they get the wash, then they can give us a review after they've redeemed their wash.
So let's talk a little bit about that last piece that you were kind of getting into. When you are on that customer journey, right? I talk a lot about customer journeys and employee journeys and all the journeys and lifecycle marketing. When you are building out that journey through OpSpot, why is that important? Why does that matter?
Because we want to create wash habits. We want to get people to wash their cars multiple times. So we give them the free car wash. 3 days later, we give them a 50% off to try to get them back again on our Works Car Wash. And then day 14, they get a chance to sign up for the birthday club. On day 21, we hit them with the promo for the wash club. So that way they washed their car 3 times that month. They can see the value of the club. So the end game goal is to get them to sign up for the membership, but get them to become frequent visitors to your car wash and wash their car more often, so they're going to want that car wash membership. Excellent. So that's how we run it through the OpSpot platform, is we send them those texts, and then we have a dashboard that shows our engagement rate and everything, that goes through. Yeah, and if you're trying to build process, you have to start with the journey in mind, right? So you have to start with, what does it all look like? How am I going to get them there? What do I want them to do? What's the end goal? And then you can put these pieces in that all you have to do is execute on. So it makes life so much easier and so much less stressful and like less of a chore and something that's dropping you back that you have to manage every day. So what about Beth? Are you all doing anything in the kind of journey side and thinking through that in terms of reviews?
Well, one of the things I wanted to mention is from an employee engagement standpoint, I think that there's a great opportunity there to highlight your reviews that come in from customers. Offer your team members that are maybe called out in these reviews some sort of incentive. I think that it's a great way to get your team members out in the backlots or wherever, soliciting for these customer reviews, establishing the relationships with these customers, but then they're also getting something positive in return as well. Everybody likes great feedback, right? And customer surveys can do that.
Yeah, you like it when they say, oh, it was so great when Beth greeted me at the wash. She did such a great job, as opposed to, man, Beth really gave it to me, and I don't know if she's very nice. She was yelling at me a lot, something about an unlimited club plan. I don't know what that's all about.
So you cover up your name tag, or you wear another team member's, right?
That's funny. How about you, Jonathan?
I'll piggyback on what Beth said, because I'm always amazed when I go to our washes and I see our teams interacting with customers, and they become part of the family because of how often they come. And I agree with Beth that highlighting those positive things with your teams only provides more incentive for them. I don't mean financial, I mean personal incentive to make that customer experience a great one.
So let's do a thing. So if you guys have questions, again, you can queue up at the microphones, and if you want to ask some questions, you can queue up there, and we'll try to get those answered. But I want to know the PG version of the worst customer review that you've had to deal with. So you can think about it for a minute. I didn't put this in the notes for these guys, so they didn't know this was coming. So this is going to be fun, maybe. Otherwise, I can just make a review up, and we can game plan that. But tell me about the worst review you had to deal with, and maybe how you turned that into a positive thing.
Well, I don't think I turned it into a positive thing, to be honest with you. I had one review from a woman who was very unsatisfied with her wash experience. Okay, that's all she gave. And so using care, right? I mean, we've got an acronym at Express Wash Concepts that, we're going to show concern. I'm forgetting the A right now. Action. Then it's action. We're going to remedy the situation and then also educate the customer. I showed care. She wasn't having any of it. I gave her a free wash. She wasn't having any of it. After 5 or 6 exchanges, I said, John's over there, because I think I got the stern, don't do that again. I said, I cannot help you from behind a keyboard. I need you to come into the wash so we can rectify this situation. And so I think that we all go through those frustrations, right, of wanting so desperately to help a customer who doesn't necessarily want the situation to be remedied. So that's an example that I have for you.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's way better than what I thought you were going to come up with. Oh. I'm just kidding, Beth. I'm just kidding. Jonathan, how about you?
I'll give you a recent one because you said something earlier which I thought was really interesting about how stop and take a deep breath before you respond. And so just last week we had a promotion at our full service locations where we give away a free wash for veterans. And we do it every year, so it's pretty much seamless in terms of an execution piece. And 9 o'clock in the morning, all of a sudden I'm getting a message like there's a problem. One of our people at the sites wasn't aware that the promo, and when you actually went in and looked at the review, it was a fake account with a profane name on it and just somebody trying to mess with us. And I think it would have been easy if we would have stopped, if we would have just immediately reacted to that, but did our due diligence, looked at it, and then responded in an in-kind way and then moved on.
I love that. Take a breath. Take a minute for yourself. And even like one of the things you that I think is helpful too is like go ahead and craft your response, but don't send it. Like just wait, and then read it in like 10 minutes. Be like, oh, yeah, maybe I should come back. Maybe I'm having a bad day. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe we both need to show each other a little bit of grace, and it's all gonna be fine. So take a breath. I love that. Sam, how about you?
We had one a few months back. Was it 2010? A brand new car to this car owner, and he brought it through the car wash. Red. I think it was a Tahoe. And the soap burnt the paint on top of his car, right? It was too hot, burnt the paint, and now his car's ruined. So I finally got him after a couple responses to engage me through email and told him, we'd check his card on the cameras, and his car was like that before, he came in and he wasn't having it, So he came down, I had walked him through the wash, educated him how the wash process works, showed him the cameras, and that was the first time he was there, but we still did that to his car. So I gave him a refund, and he said he's going to go to a hand wash. I said, enjoy and have a blessed day.
Yeah. Well, good for you for not escalating that. That could have gone south pretty quickly. But I think it shows. I think it all shows that at the end of the day, I think that Sam's example is really interesting because we might look at that vehicle and say that's not a new car, but it is new to that customer, and they are super emotional about that, and we need to be up a level and not let ourselves get emotional about that, especially in the moment. So super good advice. Okay, if you guys have questions, go to the mics. If you're on the YouTubes and the Facebooks, you can give us comments and we'll answer those questions. Otherwise, I'm going to ask you guys what I always like to ask you guys. Can you give me one thing that I can do today that will make me better at this tomorrow?
I don't feel like my mic, there we go. I would say be present in your responses. One of the things we didn't necessarily go into a whole lot is try to move it offline as quickly as possible. I know that these guys said that she's wordy. Wade, Olivia, they know that I'm wordy when it comes to my responses. But the most important thing that you can do is to get that customer's contact information, call them, invite them out to the wash, have the site manager meet with them in person, and get it offline. And then after, fingers crossed, hopefully you've been able, to turn them back into a happy customer. Just simply ask them to remove that review. And I'm not saying that everybody's going to do it, but they're certainly not going to do it if you don't ask.
Yeah, that's good advice. Ask for what you want. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? They won't do it.
And it's already there.
Yeah, Jonathan.
My advice would be is take the emotion out of it. We care so much about our business and our washes and our customers, and it's easy to get emotional, especially when there's not a good review. And so I think some of the things we talked about with stop, take time, really do the investigation, and don't answer or respond emotionally, I think that's a critical piece.
Love it, love it. How about you, Sam? One thing.
Have a process in place.
Yeah.
Checks and balances, somebody that's always responding to the reviews, that's educated, that knows about the wash, that can talk to people, and then they can move it on down the line if it escalates. But we always try to get them offline as quick as possible. Send us an email, try to mitigate that, but definitely have a system in place, not just randomly responding through your phone. You're in a hurry, you're trying to respond to the guy while you're driving. So take the time, and use a platform or use some type of system. That way you manage it correctly, and it'll save you a lot of time and headache.
All right, we've got on the back left, we have a question. Do me a favor when you ask your question, say your name and the wash you're with before you ask said question.
My name is Wade. I'm with Breeze Through Car Wash.
Perfect.
All right, here's my question.
Hi, Wade.
Hey. How would you respond to a review when somebody claims they were discriminated against in the review?
Ooh. Well, next time on this show, we're...
Okay, so we're going to go back. I'm going to take this question, Wade. We're going to go back. First of all, we're going to try to take this offline as quickly as possible, right? But how I like to approach it is I use kind of my mom psychology 101. And I'm going to say that I'm very disappointed that that's the experience that you had with us. We want to make this right. Let's have a discussion. Let's figure out what we can do moving forward. And we're going to use this opportunity as a teaching moment, as a training tool for our team members to become more sensitive, depending on what the situation was in the first place. But say that you're disappointed. I mean, hopefully that you are.
I would say the same thing. We would try to get off the line as soon as possible, tell them sorry for that experience, try to set up a meeting with the team member or whoever responded to that, and just talk through it and try to show them our business, and that's not our model and that's not how we operate, and then just try to have a nice conversation about it and see if we can make an apology and move forward with them.
Yeah, I would agree. The only thing I would ask or add to it is that ask a lot of questions, because when you start digging deeper and peeling back the onions, it may not necessarily be about what they initially said, but a deeper piece. And so really trying to make sure that you're showing a lot of empathy to the customer, but really asking the right questions, I think, is a part of it as well.
Yeah, well, because the last thing that you want is for that, hopefully that was not the actual experience, right? But the last thing that you want is that was the experience. You didn't ask the right questions, so you can't fix that for anybody else, and you can't make that experience better for the next customer that comes through. So, Wade, thank you for your question, my friend. On this microphone, same routine, name, wash you're with.
Hi there, my name is Jesse Strode, Customer Experience Manager at Soapy Joe's Car Wash in San Diego, California.
Excellent.
Question about when customers are claiming damage, and so we've taken it offline, customers adamant that the damage was caused by the car wash. What do you guys recommend for that public-facing response, just to kind of save face on how we respond to that review so the public can see that?
Yeah, I would just say thank you for your concern. We'd love to set up a time so that we can take a look at your vehicle, so I can get you in touch with one of our field leaders. That way, it's a good response to diffuse that, and then follow up to make sure that the teams are actually coordinating that meeting to do so.
I think also you need to apologize. You're not apologizing and admitting that you damaged the vehicle, right? But you're apologizing for their experience. So that would be the one thing I would add.
We always ask for the date and time they were at the wash, and if they talked to one of our team members, and then we tell them that we'll review the cameras so we can see where the damage occurred at the car wash. So then they kind of get responsive when they see that we have cameras and we're going to find it. Well, 99% of the time, the car was already damaged. They didn't know it was there. But we try to put that in the comments. That way people know we're going to go look for it. And we do have cameras on the property. And if it did happen at the car wash, we'll find it in the video, and then we'll definitely take care of that claim if it, on that.
Well, and yeah, I think that the key there is that word choice matters, right? So be very careful with how you craft that. And this is where the template and a process can really be excellent, because then you just pull from that, and it's the same every time. And I would say also stick to, don't be so curt that it can come off as rude, but you don't necessarily have to write, Moby Dick, right? So like, give a good response, stick to the facts, keep it pretty neutral, and get that thing offline. Yeah. Microphone over here.
Hello, guys.
This is Rodolfo with Exhibitor Cleaning from Houston. As a manager, you can do campaigns or run big strategies in order to get more reviews. But a couple of tips how you can involve your technicians, the guys who are really doing the job, in order to get in reviews.
Are you a tunnel or are you a hand wash? What's your wash model?
Yeah, it's a hand wash.
Hand wash, okay. So how can you get your staff members more involved in kind of getting those reviews to happen and get them in that process?
You know, the importance of having, you know, those little review cards that you can hand out, because that's going to give your team member a talking point, right, to have with the customer. And so I would recommend, and they're very inexpensive, you know, to produce, go ahead and get 1,000 of those made, set a goal with your locations, and have them, give them a month and say, let's see how many reviews you're going to get back in within that 1 month period, hold a contest, give them an incentive. We've done that in the past, and we've seen our overall DMB ratings go up by, you know, 0.2, 0.3 points per location. So do that periodically if it's something that you don't think is going to be sustainable all year long.
What I would say is that a lot of times when a transaction is done, we say, thank you, thanks for coming. My advice would be is go ahead and ask.
Yeah.
Did you have a good experience today? You did? Oh, great. Would you love to give us a positive review? Here's where you can go, X, Y, Z. And I think if you can start moving in that direction, you'll see a big boost in your customer reviews from a positive perspective.
Sam, did you have something to do?
Yeah, so our team members out in our vacuum area are always asking all the customers how was their experience, made sure they have a good wash. We don't really ask them for a review, but we kind of get them organically just because most of our reviews talk about how nice and friendly the staff is. So our Wash Club customers, we're still getting them too because they're frequent visitors, so we get some from them about how good the team is. So we try to engage with each customer out in the vacuum area, and 9 times out of 10 they'll just jump on there and leave a review because they had a good experience.
Yeah, so what we've got here is we've got, equip your people with the tools they need to do the jobs that you want them to do. So give them the note card that has the thing on it. Make sure you ask for what you want, right? And then there's a little bit of gamification in here with like make it a competition among your teams, see how everybody can do, how they can get it. Super great advice from you guys. Do we have another question from the microphone? Yes.
I'm Heather, Time to Shine Car Wash. So I agree with everything you said. We did a contest, and it was crazy the amount of reviews that we got. I was like, what the heck, guys? We could do that all the time. But my question is I send each location their reviews each week, right? I have kind of similar programs that you guys have. But how do you get kind of the managers more involved just to read the reviews that come in? Because sometimes they take it personal, and they'll say, these people are lying, like the tire and shine doesn't work, and I'll be like, hey, do we got something going wrong? And they'll be like, no. And I'm like, well, I got 4 bad reviews right here that's telling me, that we've got something going. So just what has been, some best practices for the local managers to read them, to take them, as good things to help their business grow? Like, what have you guys found?
That's a tough question.
Our district leaders have access on the My Google Business, so they get a notification every time a review, positive or negative, comes in through that vehicle, and they're able to take action. Doesn't matter what it is, but be aware of it, and I think that helps bring the teams into it at a more personal level because they're seeing it in real time.
Do you let your managers respond, or your district managers? Okay, so they just get a notification to say, hey, this is happening, and then a little bit more real time than me sending it to them, is what you're saying. Okay.
Awareness is the key, and the quicker that you can become aware of what's happening, the quicker we can course correct if needed, or, what we talked about earlier, positive recognition.
So to piggyback off of that, if you have a not so favorable review come in that you need more information, more background on before responding, I'll send it over to the site manager, but I'm not accusatory in the least bit, right? I just say, hey, please review, the feedback below. Can I have your feedback before responding? And so I think it's how you position that with the team so that they're not automatically defensive when they see negative feedback come through.
More simplified because it all comes through me. So I'm on site all the time there. But we do share with the team, like if somebody said they didn't get Armor All, we'll go check, to make sure or if something's broken. So we do share with them to see if they've seen something so we can make a correction. So anything that comes across, and even the good ones we share with the team, because a lot of them talk about how good they're doing. So give them a little praise and share with your team members.
Awesome. Well, look, the other part of that conversation is that's a little bit of a culture question and a little bit of a talent question. And guess what? We have more panels coming up for you guys. So we're going to be talking about some of that stuff too. We're wrapping up here on time. I want to say thank you to our panelists. Can we get a round of applause for our panelists? Yeah. So if you guys watching at home, if you want to see more content, we're going to be coming back live here in just a little bit. I think we're wrapping for the morning. Claire, I think that's right. Yep, we're wrapping for this morning in this space. We're going to come back in about an hour with some more conversation for you. If you have conversation that you want to extend, there is the Talk Car Wash Lounge right next to us. You guys can do that over there, and you can kind of connect and share your own war stories as it comes to customer reviews. And guess what? When you're out there, keep it clean, friends. Thank you very much. We'll see you in just a little bit. Good job.
Q Luminora started as a request from a customer. His car wash was producing clean, dry, and shiny vehicles, but he still felt something was missing. He wanted a product that customers could feel, something they could touch that would emulate the showroom smooth feel of a new car or truck. With this request in mind, our chemist went to work creating a revolutionary online application process, Q Luminora. With Q Luminora, customers not only see the deep shine, they feel it. Their hands glide over the silky smooth surface of their vehicle, taking customer satisfaction and validation to the next level. For more information and to try Q Luminora in your car wash, visit www.qualchem.biz/Luminora.